All right, guys, this is King of Street recap of 2024. Wednesday, we were all getting ready. We took off of work, making sure everything's good. I was 100% ready to go. Robbie, what are we gonna do this weekend?
We're gonna do some amazing things. We're gonna stay together. We're not gonna blow this thing up, and hopefully we place a good, at least top podium finish.
That's what we're all looking for here. Let's talk on some wood, buddy.
Yes, sir.
This is RJ and Clappy doing some last second ship boxing. We're gonna spray some holy water at Clappy and
the Lord's air, dude. The Lord's air.
We're gonna get through the weekend. RJ also did some rowdy stuff this weekend at Blake's. Maybe we can insert a video right here. And it was quite the show. And then now we will go to King of Street and Clappy will get beat on even more. We were here till about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, getting loaded up, playing Tetris on that trailer with a big truck, the golf cart, toolboxes and all that stuff. Took a long time. So then we're heading out to Delaware. It was supposed to be an 8.5 hour drive. I think it ended up being around 10 with stops and grabbing bites to eat and just taking our time through the mountains and hills and stuff like that. All right, so we're in West Virginia. DK and RJ lost a radial, so adventures. You get there around 5 o'clock, like right 5 o'clock on the dot on Thursday evening. All right, guys, we made it to Del Mar, dragway 13. Drive went pretty smooth. Put everything on the trailer. So we're about to unload the truck. We're about to go to the welcome party, and then we'll come back, relax a little bit, get some rest, and then dyno is first thing in the morning. Bright and early Friday morning, it's dyno day. So we wake up, head to the driver's meeting. They give us our run order, went over a couple things, make sure the turbo felt good, make sure the nitrous was all warm and the bottle heater was on and working properly. Hot Shots sent me some R82 fuel additive. Threw a couple of things of that in, made sure everything was looking good. It's first day, dyno day. I drew number 4. RJ Toes drew number...
I'm like third to last.
Third to last. So perfect. We got complete opposites of the spectrum. So RJ might get to play the safe game. I'm gonna have to go for it all. Me and Levon talked. We decided to put a 136 jet in it just to take any kind of air, because I'm shooting for 1300. 1300 is gonna put me in a great spot for my setup and should be a pretty decent spot for my points. So we load up. He gets the dyno loaded up, strapped down, calibrated, and we're making boost, getting ready to make it happen, and the load comes on, and the load's completely different than what I thought it was going to be here. I abort one run. I told him to do something a little bit different. I think we went a little bit higher mile an hour so I could make sure I was in boost all the way. I think the run started at like 92 mile an hour or something like that. Get back on it, start to build boost, throwing my foots on the brake, chooching along. Brakes are starting to get hot. And then next thing I know, I'm making the 20 pounds of boost. I 100% throttle and I whack the button, and I didn't know what happened. Everyone's kind of being quiet looking at it. And then next thing you know, Gavin and Dennis are coming up to me and said I made 1,660 horsepower. Hell yeah. That was something that was not supposed to happen. I was shaking. I was honestly going for a 1,300 horsepower rip. And when I heard 1,600 horsepower, I was pretty impressed. Honestly, kind of a typical tow-in compound setup. It's a 67 351, so it's still a wastegated turbo. And it's a 488 96 132. So it's a little bit bigger of a turbo on the atmosphere, but honestly, almost a kind of typical setup. After the one dyno run, they said, "Do you want to hit another?" I said, "Nope, get me off of this thing." Like I said, I was only supposed to do the 1300. We're in a really good spot. I did a one and done. There's no sense in beating on that turbo. It's already, you know, probably not the happiest with all that air, but we got the nitro throttle out. Donovan got it out for us. We got Caden and Dennis chilling over here. Dennis is just happy that I didn't blow up. So we're about to load up all the weights to go on the street drive. We're gonna take some spare parts with us, some rail lines, you know, some little odds and ends stuff. And then at that point, we're probably gonna find a couple people to go with, and we're gonna go have fun, listen to good music, maybe do some rollers. We'll see what's up with it. And then we went on the street drive. We went out to the pier, got some French fries, headed back.
And we're still pumped up that we made 1660. This is a good day, and Fatter and Fatter are over here making sure he's staying up on weight.
Friday night, hanging around the salamander heater, we were just all kind of curious. Took the interstage charge pipe off. Manifold turbo had a little bit of play in it. They say it's starting to rub. So I got a spare super core here. Everything's fine on the inducer side, but the turbine side, and then the thrust is out of it a little bit. We got the super core, the exact same clip turbine, the exact same everything. So we're throwing this in it. We're gonna drag race, dirt drag, and sled pull on this one, and hopefully it lives through the weekend.
At 1,000 horsepower, not 16,000.
So we decided to swap the super core in because if one of those housings gets messed up, it's all vibrant and V-banded flanges now. So if I messed up a cover or a housing, I would have to throw my single turbo on, which wouldn't be the end of the world. I really wanted to get through the whole weekend on that compound setup because it just does so good for itself. It was honestly a pretty good turbo swap. I had Gavin, Dennis, and Ryan and Donovan helping me out. They were all lending me hands. So having the people there around me made everything go by super quick. Not that we were pressed on time, but the teamwork really helped out a lot on that Friday night especially. And then we roll over to Saturday morning, dirt drag and drag race day. You could do heads up or you could do ET. I just turned my stuff all the way down and ran ET. First round, I drew Kurt Hamilton. Beat him. He broke out pretty hard. The next one, I lined up against a 6-liter. Couldn't remember his name. If I remember right, he spun on the line, or either that he also broke out. But I was running my 770 on the dot for the most part all weekend. I had tapped my brakes a couple times just to make sure I kind of knew what I was doing. Quarterfinals, I beat myself. I red lit. I ran my number like on the dot. I dialed a 7690, so like it was super close. If I wouldn't have red lit, then I would have been in the semifinals, but it's okay. With the 1600 horsepower whack and then getting to the quarterfinals, I was in a really good spot points wise. Got knocked out at drag racing. We got Tyler Stacy, he's another Ohio guy. He's about to pull up to the lanes. And this is the finals, so we're hoping that Ohio guy can bring it home. Yes! Go back to the pits, kind of go over everything, make sure the belt is all tight, make sure the trans look good. We had a driver's meeting and they told us that whoever has the fastest time in qualifying, you get 500 points, and then everything after that, you got correlating points. So I think I qualified 13th out of 32 trucks. So I got a decent amount of points for that. So that helped me out a lot. And I'd never dirt dragged before, so I didn't really know what to expect. I had no idea what happened. All I know is I left the line, I squeezed the button, and I took off. Like, that's all I remember. I don't remember from any of it. It looked good. Hopefully it looked good. I don't know. 2 qualifying passes, I hit the button on one of them. I ran like a 3.61 and a 200 foot. Dirt Dragon is definitely something I want to do again. Like I said, I've never done it before. It was really fun to do. First round of eliminations, I went up against Tiffany. Tiffany's a seasoned King of Street competitor. She's not the fastest on dirt, but I had never done it before, so it was kind of pretty level field right there. She puts me out first round. We were bumper to bumper. I think win margin was like 0.04, if I'm not mistaken. Nonetheless, I had been still in a pretty decent spot points-wise, especially qualifying so good. So that's kind of what the Saturday day was. We're here. It was end of Saturday night. RJ had some weird things happen. Still not really too sure. We might catch up with him tonight. We might catch up with him on sled pull day tomorrow. We don't really know the order because Dirt Drag got shut down early. Someone had an accident. You know, we're waiting to hear order events tomorrow. So that's kind of just the night recap thing. We might get a little bit more here and there, depending on what RJ's doing with Claffy. I think we're gonna try to get it back together tonight. Sled pull day, everything gets bolted on, my weight bracket, my bump stops, my hitch, everything gets put in and gets put on. We go up to the driver's meeting. I pull like mid-pack. RJ pulls at the very end of the pack. So we take all of his weights off and put on my truck. Sled pull honestly was something I thought I was gonna do really good in. I just have a wheelbase and I have gearing for it. So I was pretty confident going into it. I thought I wasn't gonna win it by any means, but I thought I was gonna be up there. So we get it about to the 250 mark and my truck just shuts off. Like I didn't know what happened. I was manually shifting it with my anteater tap shifter. My hit third locked up. Everything was doing good. I had awesome wheel speed. I think my mile an hour was like 20 and I was still only like 3/4 of the way through third gear locked up. I was on a mission. It was gonna hopefully be a pretty decent sled pull. And then I thought I collapsed my air filter because it just shut off completely. Like everything shut off. I couldn't do anything. I let it sit for a second and then the truck just fires right up. So we got back to the pits. Looks like my air filter collapsed a little bit. Go over the damper, make sure the tone wheel and everything is still, you know, looking good. Make sure I didn't lose crank signal or anything like that. Check the trans one more time. Make sure all my U-joints were up, you know, nice and tight, because there's 2 heats of sled pull. You have to do both of them and they both count for 500 points. So I said, okay, I think I kind of got middle-ish, maybe bottom middle of the pack on that first sled pull. I said, okay, that's not terrible. This next sled pull, like I need to go for it. I go back up there. As soon as I start to build boost, everything's doing good. I come out of the hole at like 40 pounds of boost, and here I am singing away. Like I'm going down the track and I'm singing, like both turbos are screaming. I'm getting the power to the ground. I hit lock up and I hit the button, and the truck just, like, it was alive before, but it just starts screeching and it sounded awesome. I'm getting ready to let off the button because I was only trying to hit the button to make sure I could hit all my RPM that I needed to. And then, like, right before I go to let off the button, the truck dies again. I think I pulled like 265 foot on that one, so it's a little bit better than the first one. But like, that's not what I needed to do. Looking back, the way it happened both times is we're thinking it was a ground issue. Little problems like that, you know, it could be someone as simple as, you know, me that's just kind of out there having fun. And then some of the top dogs, they were having small little problems the whole weekend too. I think if I would have pulled a little bit better, I'd be a little bit better in the standings. Not that 10th place isn't awesome. Like 10th place is I'm super thrilled with. 10th place is something that I want to be top 10 going out there. If I could hit top 5, I was gonna be super ecstatic. But 10th place is still pretty good. All right, guys, we are loaded up in the King of Street. We are gonna try to head home tonight. Got everything nice and packed here. Everything's strapped down, ready to go. It's a good weekend. We worked a lot. We got a lot of stuff done. We had all the guys come out, very helpful. Thank you to my guys, Rick, Dennis, Caden, Gavin, Ryan, Donovan. Super helpful. RJ and all his guys also worked super hard. RJ came out number 6. I came out number 10. It was really awesome. Definitely an event to go to. Let's see if RJ wants to talk about the weekend.
I bought a do-rag.
How was the weekend?
I don't know, pretty good, I guess.
How's your sled pull?
Surprisingly good, because this thing's a piece of shit,
It's just clappy.
I guess. I brought my race truck to race, and I sucked at racing, but I sled pulled good by accident, so I'll take it, I guess.
Other than that, that's kind of King of Street 24. Huge thanks to everyone that's in the corner of mine. Obviously, Firepunk. I wouldn't be able to do it without Levon. We have Larson was tuning it for me. Everything was awesome tuning-wise. Zig, he made my compound kit. Obviously, I can't thank these guys enough. Brad from Savage Fab, he helped me on the small turbo. D&J, I have their performance reman head. Nothing crazy on the head side, but you know they helped me out with it. See, Exergy, 14 mil 100%. They did flawlessly all weekend. I took spare stuff with me just in case, but I didn't need any of it. Hot Shot Secret, they sent me Black Diamond and R82. Their stuff is always top notch. We never really used anything else in that truck since I brought it here. That's kind of just my recap. If there's any questions or anything, definitely ask away. Other than that, I think I'm gonna try to do King of Street again next year. Hopefully next year we can, you know, not that we weren't prepared, but hopefully we can get out there and hopefully we can at least sled pull good, do a little bit of redemption on that.
Sled pull Clappy has changed him.